Evening, sir.
Good evening,
This is
Samuel.
Martins.
Okay, Martins, sorry. Good evening and welcome. How was your day?
Very well, sir. Yes.
Well, we thank God. Sorry, I had to keep you guys waiting. I just came in and
No
we just
issues.
had to start the class immediately. Where are you joining us from?
Lagos State.
Okay, wow, that's nice. It's a small word.
Exactly. I see you are in, is it Makodi?
Yes, I'm in Makodi at the moment. You teach in
Nice one.
Lagos?
I just finished going through recorded class of yesterday.
Okay. You're the one I spoke
It
with
was
on.
making sense.
All right. Oh, we thank God. This is just my
Yes.
own little way of sharing my idea with others. At least
You are doing a
whoever,
very great job,
thank you,
honestly.
whoever wants to come into content creation as a teacher, or even you not being a teacher, at least you can build on what I have done, and you can start yours from there. So that's just the aim. And as well as I'm equally looking forward to learn one or two things from you guys too. Maybe they say nobody has the monopoly of knowledge, so we can share ideas together and grow. So, are you into teaching?
I was, I was. I actually taught for 5 years,
Okay.
both primary and secondary school, for 5 years. And I got an offer in a bank. I'm actually working in a bank
Oh,
currently.
yeah. So you left the
You
profession.
know how you say the teaching job can be somehow,
It's true. It's
can
true.
be somehow. So I got an offer, a kind of better offer in the banking sector.
I can
I
imagine.
just had to quickly take it
I can.
without looking back.
I know you don't. You don't need to
So, but
look back.
once in a while, I still engage. Once in a while, I still engage some of my students. I go to their houses once or maybe weekends for home lessons.
Okay.
Understand?
As a banker.
Uh, I'm telling you, weekends, of course, Saturday or Sunday. I do maybe once or twice a week, depending on my schedule.
That's serious. It means you are making it
Yeah, I don't want
big.
to just leave it so that the thing will not just leave me. This thing. And basically, I'm a mathematician myself.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah.
No, it's good.
So when I see what you are doing, I was so passionate.
Yeah.
I really need to do that as well.
Yeah.
Very passionate. It's something I have in mind that since I cannot be doing it every day as a job, I can be
Okay.
doing it as a part-time stuff, maybe sharing on social media, just like you are doing.
Yes.
I've been having such kind of thing in mind.
Yeah.
Long
Although I was equally
So
a full-time teacher before. After my service year, I was retained, and I worked for a couple of years. All in all, from beginning from my service year to when I resigned, I think I spent 10 years, 9 years precisely,
wow,
9 years in as a full-time teacher. After which I had to resign and just focus on this with home lessons. And in fact, the pay I'm getting from there is even more than what I was getting then as a teacher. So you can just imagine.
exactly. Of course.
Oladele, you're welcome.
I can imagine because
Yeah, at least you have been there, so you know what is
I
involved.
saw when you were talking about that coronavirus time, that 2020.
Okay.
That was also my best year somehow. See, I had to even buy a bicycle that year. I bought a bicycle that year.
Okay.
I was going from one house to another. That year was my almost like my best year. Why people are just complaining? I was cruising that year.
Yes. I think we have the same experience.
It was fun that year.
And I believe there are some
I'm
teachers
telling
too.
you.
There are many teachers that benefited from there. and that COVID.
Of course, especially the science teachers.
Yes.
Science teachers.
Yes, you are right. You are right. Oyebola, you're welcome. Good evening. Oh, she has gone. Okay, I think we'll just give them maybe 5 more minutes. Let me see what they are saying on on the group chat.
I also noticed not most.
Sorry for the break in transmission. It was as a result of network issue. I don't know what's happening. Glo is just having issues in my area at the moment. When it gets to with the hours of 7, 8, their services is always poor. I just had to switch now to MTN. I just hope this will be better, and I don't tend to get a call from my phone. Otherwise, we will likely have another network issue. So, Martins, are you here with me? Are you still here, Martins? Oyebola, you're equally welcome.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry, I was while we're speaking, the network just went the other way. So I've logged in using my hotspot from the phone. This is Nigeria for you, and
Exactly.
you must be prepared for things like this.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oyebola, are you here with us? Can you greet us? If you can hear me. Billy? Okay, somebody else is coming in. Billy, are you there? Emmanuel, can you mute your mic?
Okay, sorry.
Story Chef, longest time.
Yes, longest time, sir.
And how is work?
Great. What about you?
Fine. I hope you are coming to Makodi very soon.
Yes, very soon I'll be in Makodi. I'm currently in Yola. Sorry, Gombe. I'm going to Yola tomorrow.
Okay, please do and come. There's something I want to learn from you.
Okay, sir. My pleasure.
All right. Story Chef is also a videographer, and I believe that's what he's doing presently there in Yola. He's a good graphics guy, and I think there are 1 or 2 things I need to learn from him. So, Story Chef, well done. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we'll not wait for more persons to join us. We'll just go ahead with the number of persons we have while the class is on. They can join us, and we will bring them in. So in today's class, just like I said at the last class yesterday, we shall be looking at the studio setup. And very good, Story Chef is here with us. He will also be able to give us 1 or 2 tips on lighting or videography as a whole. But I will just give a rundown of what I have done on my own side, how I'm able to do this. So we can work together. Martins, you want to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are you calling Story Chef?
Okay, is Emmanuel.
Okay, Emmanuel, yeah.
Yes, he's the one.
Okay.
He's a videographer.
Story Chef is now.
Yes, he's also here. I'm even happy that he's here in today's class. So maybe
if that is Facebook name or nickname.
Story Chef, can you answer that?
Okay. Sorry, come again with the question, Mr. Martins. The Story Chef, is it a nickname by Mr. Moneyless, Mr. Lesson Tutor here, or just a name you have on your social media handle?
I think that's
the name Story Chef.
I think that's his brand.
Okay, so yes, Story Chef is the brand name.
Okay.
Also, yeah, It's a branding, basically. All right.
Just like I said, he's a big time videographer. And I think he based in Abuja, but presently he just said he's in Yola for a job. I think so. Yeah. So he'll equally be sharing with us one or two tips concerning studio settings. Let me quickly join with my other phone because I'll be, while I'm speaking, I think I'll need to show you some of those gadgets I'm using for this class. Okay. So I'm going to mute this.
Okay, please, how can I get the link of this class? So maybe I could just put it on my status.
Okay, the link is still there. You can copy it from wherever you got it from. I don't know if I can share it with you.
Okay.
You can just chat me on WhatsApp and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, so in studio setting, just like I said, is one of the things you need to get for you to be able to produce your videos or make your videos. And a studio is, we have different types of studios. I don't know if Story Chef will also tell us more on the studio, but in terms of content creation, one of the criteria I think you need to have in your studio is that, one, it should be a place that is free from noise. Any place that is free from noise where you can do your recordings, I will regard it as a studio. It mustn't be the normal photography studio we know, or the AIT NTA standard studio. You can use even just your desk as a teacher, and that can serve as a studio for you. Martins, you still have something to say?
Yeah, I just want to remind you of recording this session.
Yes. I'm doing that already. I'm doing that.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for that. So, in my studio, the first thing I thought of was a quiet place, a place that can serve my recordings. And initially, I was making use of my office in the school where I taught. Later on, I had to move it to my apartment, which is still within the confines of the school. That is the college quarters. But one of the reasons why I had to move it from my office to my apartment is because of the noise you get from classes within offices that are next to you, and people trooping in maybe while you're recording. They'll want to find out something from you or whatever. And so the office space was not just convenient for me, all that, based on the fact that I still wait after school to do some recordings. But whenever your door is open, or they discover that your car is parked, it means you are definitely in the office, and somebody may want to find out one or two things from you. So I had to relocate my office to my apartment, where I was using my room for my recordings. So things I got for my studio, just like I said, you have your lights. You need your light, which is one. I got series of lights, and today I have a standard light which I'm using. I'm going to show you the lights. How do I flip this camera now? Okay. So I have this as one of the lights I'm using. But as we speak, it is not on because I don't want to create that overexposure. I believe the light on the wall is just okay for me, coupled with the fact that the camera I'm using is good. So you can either make use of this light or any other light. We have ring lights and the rest, so long as it gives you what can serve the purpose, it is still just okay for you. It may not be as expensive as this. It may just be the floor light or the light on your ceiling. So long as it gives you that, you can equally use the natural light. But if you are working at night, then you need a light like this to serve you or to complement what you are doing. Okay, so you can use your light to light up the place, and you must ensure that in setting up your light, your shadow cast should not be on the wall, all that. Rather, the shadow should be under your seat, okay, such that there'll be no interference of shadow. If you look, most times, if the light from this area tends to be greater than this, you discover that your shadow may move this way. And you can go to YouTube to learn more about light. They have these triangular settings where one comes this way, another, and one kills the shadow downwards. So you can equally learn more about light settings, and that will help you in setting up your studio. Also, your camera. For a teacher, if you are, what I'm using now is, I'm using my Samsung phone to do the recording. Then I had to wirelessly share it with my laptop as my output. Okay, so instead of me using the webcam from my laptop, I'm now using my phone to serve as my webcam. So you can equally do that. You have wireless mic, wireless cameras or webcam that you can use. I have some of them too. So this is another one you can use, but I prefer that of the Samsung to this. I also have a DSLR camera you can use, and you can connect it to your system that can serve you as the board. Now, in my own case, the phone I'm using is to capture just me, but what captures my board now is the Camtasia I'm using. The Camtasia is an app that records your screen. So if you have an iPad that you can write on, something like a tablet of this kind, this is also a Samsung tablet. If you have a Samsung tablet that you can write on it, you can also program, connect it to your laptop and open your OneNote on this, and you write, such that when you write on the OneNote, whatever you write on it appears on your screen. In this lecture, I'm using my graphics tab. This is my graphics tab. It is an Ace Pen tab. You can Google it, go and search for it on YouTube. This is what I'm using. It is now being connected to my laptop, so that whatever I write on it appears there for you, for my viewers to see. So this is my board, and it has a display screen. Just like I told you, I have another one, another graphics board that I started with. This is a graphics tab that I started with. But the difference between this graphics tab and the one I'm using currently is that this Ace Pen graphics tab has a display screen, meaning I can see whatever I'm writing While on this, you can't see it. Let me open it, unbox it, and show you. Although it is still new, I have not used it for long. So this is UG graphics tab, and I'm willing to give it out to whoever that thinks he can use it. The stylus pen is here and all that. So you can use this to write. The difference is while you're writing on this, you may not know where. I'm not comfortable using this, just to be frank, and that's the reason why I had to go for the Ace Pen graphics tab. But how you can use it is online. You can watch it and get it. This one is less expensive. You can get it from AliExpress, and I think it's still there. But for the Ace Pen, which I'm using currently, I doubt if it is online. You can't, you won't see it online. I have searched there to get another, and I can't just find it. Okay, so I've spoke about the light, the camera, the graphics tablet, and the laptop. Also, I believe you can hear me better in as much as my fan is on and there are noise around me, but the audio is clear. This is courtesy of the external mic I'm using. So one is pinned to my chest. One is pinned to my chest, and I will just give you a sample of it. This is the one I use for my camera, as you can see. So all you need to do is to pin it on your chest and you record. So you connect it to either your phone or your laptop. Mine has it. My laptop has a Type-C port, so that's what I'm using. So this one is, I mostly use it for my DSLR cameras if I'm doing, if I'm shooting an outdoor event or lecture. So this is what I use. You can also get it. This one is very cheap and affordable. For the K11, this should be around 18,000-20,000, while for the K35 is around still within the same range. So whichever that you want to go for, you can go for it and use. Okay, so I have talked about the setup, your mics, your computer, your graphics tablet, your camera, and your light. Now, when you have all these in place, definitely connecting it will not be a problem to you, and setting all that is needed. When you get your graphics tablet, there is a disk you'll find in it, which when run on your system, it makes it compatible. Is a driver. Okay, so when you do that, your system can now accept the graphic tablet. Some of them are plug and play, which you can use. So once that is connected, you can then go to your Microsoft Office, Microsoft OneNote. That is what I'm using currently as it stands. And with that Microsoft OneNote, you can prepare your lecture or your lessons ahead of the class. When you do that, it gives you a better, it saves a lot of time, because I don't need to clean the board and write another example. I will give you an example. This is the next lecture I'm to deliver to those in SS1. I've already prepared it. I'm to talk about disjoint set. This is example 1. After giving my introduction, I can then solve this as example 1. I will then move to the next one, which is classification involving 3 sets problems. I've already prepared it. So all I need to do is to explain and do few writings as I explain, and I have examples to be solved and down to the assignment and all of this. So you can also go back, make reference to the lecture you have done before. So I can go back to these ones I have explained to them and we have treated before. So all this you can do on OneNote, and it gives you the opportunity to be able to navigate or find your way through the app. Now, talking about the screen recorder. The screen recorder, we have a lot of them, but the one I'm using is Camtasia. Camtasia records my screen, and I can use it to edit my videos after the recording. It records both me and my screen. So once I'm done recording, I go to Camtasia, and then I can edit from there. Camtasia, you can go online, and it's spelled like this. Let me go back to the class. Camtasia app. I would recommend that you use this if you are using a graphics board. You can edit, do whatever, cut and join, and do some other there are other features you can use. If you look at my videos, that is what I use in producing my videos. You can also, with Camtasia, when you are done, you can split the videos into number of minutes or number of sessions that you deem it fit. Camtasia online, you have to subscribe to it. Okay, but if you can download it, good and fine. Or if you have somebody who has it already, you can get from him and run on your system. Otherwise, you have to use the trial version, and later on you have to subscribe for it. So with this, I will assure you that your studio is set, and you can then shoot your first video for your student. In a situation where you don't have the, let me accept whoever is coming in a situation where you don't have the graphics tablet, all you need to do is to get your phone, position your phone the way mine is facing me, then you have your board, and write on your board. Okay, like I'm using a green screen. With that, with the green screen being your board, you can stand and then write on it while you explain to your listeners or your students. With your mic, you don't need to go close to the board, but the only difference is when you are using the board, you have to clean and write. Okay, which those using the graphics tablet will tend to have an opportunity or a better easier way than you. So whichever fits you, you can go ahead and do it. If your budget is not that large, then I will recommend that you use the whiteboard as against the graphics board. But if you have a tablet, your tablet can also serve as your graphics board. I know of so many persons that are using tablets, be it Samsung or whatever. So whichever that suits you, you can use it. So I think I don't know if I'm leaving anything out. Now, why am I using the green screen? I decided not to change my background today so as to explain the green screen for you. Now, when you use this green screen, if you look at my videos, you discover that you may find it difficult to know where actually I'm standing, where to find my position, because most people call me to find out, how do you do this? Now, what I do is, as I'm teaching, the green screen appears, but in my editing, I can now remove the green screen, even as we speak. With effect on my system, I can remove the green screen. Now, why green screen? Green screen is a one color, or is a primary color that you can easily ask the system to take it out. I don't know how to explain more on this, but I know that once you have a green screen behind you, you can easily remove its color, since it's a one color or a primary color. But I think you can also use other primary colors. One other thing I recommend is when you're using a green screen, you should also avoid putting on a green shirt or a green clothes or anything green close to you. Otherwise, when you remove green, the system tends to remove everything green around you. So if you are using a green pen, the green pen will also not be displayed to your viewers or your learners. So that is one thing I've come to realize on studio settings. So I think I have done justice to the studio setup. If there are anyone I have left out, you can then say it while asking your questions. But I think we can take questions at this point. Let me pause and take questions from one or two of you. If there are no questions, you can also bring in contributions. So first of all, let's take questions. Story Chef, Emmanuel Okwe, please, you will also pay attention. Whichever I can't answer, you will be able to answer. Emmanuel Okwe is a videographer, and he's also good in this, so he will be able to answer some of the questions. So the rest of you, if you have questions, you can ask. Otherwise, your contributions are welcome. Any question?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What's your name now? Should I just keep calling you my lesson teacher?
Yeah. You can call me my lesson teacher. No problem.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Well, you're welcome.
Very nice the setup, but for me, I was just starting.
Okay.
Not really done online display like this before, and it's something I've always have in mind to do. This is just a very good avenue for me to implement what I've always had in mind.
Okay.
Because of my nature of job, I told you now that I've been teaching 2 years now, 3 years.
Okay.
So, but that to reach out to some of those my students, I might not be bring there physically, so online wise would be nice.
Yeah.
But the budget now, because most of these apparatus and tools, your equipment you placed here, they are quite expensive.
My brother, very expensive.
Graphics, these things are quite expensive. That low budget phone is what I will even start with now. Okay. Maybe as time goes on, I might just that. Yeah. So you say I can still achieve something tangible with the alternative, the low budget.
Yes. Yes, you will. You can, but definitely it will not be as easy, and the quality will not be as somebody who has a graphics tablet, or easier like somebody who has a graphics tablet. Because for somebody who has a graphics tablet, he can write on the graphics tablet without erasing, but you with the board, it will be very difficult. You have to pause and wipe the board and continue, or you do a recording. You don't have to pause it, you just do the recording. Then when you are editing, you now have to edit or cut out those places that are not needed. For example, if you are done solving example 1 and you want to solve another example, you don't need to let your viewers see you while you are erasing the board or copying the next question. So that is also eating into your time, as compared to I, who has all the questions already set. For example, if I want to write something else on a new page, I don't need to pick my pen and be erasing all this. All I need to do is just to open the next page. and I have a plain sheet. If I want to make reference to the previous page, I go back to it. But you who is using a board, you will not have this flexibility. So that's just the only difference. But the camera you're using will also affect the quality of your video. If you are using an iPhone, good and fine. If you are using a DSLR camera, better. If you are using a Samsung phone, good, as compared to somebody who is using an Android phone. So that's just the only that's just the difference. But with time, you can then scale up to get what you want to get. Also, I didn't mention the type of system you use. The one I'm using currently is a Core i7 system. So your system must have a good processing power. Initially, when I started, I was using the normal, let me call it normal system, the Pentium system or whatever. When it got to me doing editing, I can spend 3 hours editing just a clip, maybe a 15-minute clip. Then when you want to render it, it may take you the whole day. So I later went for a Core i7 system. With the Core i7 system, if I have a video of 1 hour, a complete video of 1 hour after editing, I can render that video at most 2 hours at most. But with the previous system, it can take you till, in fact, I do rendering over the in the evenings like this. I render it to the next morning. So the quality of system you're using also matters. I think if Story Chef is to contribute, he will tell us more on this system.
Please. I will not to contribute on this one.
Yes.
When you say that you render from night to morning, I can really relate on that.
Very good. So it's not easy. So
okay,
you have to upgrade.
Okay, are you done?
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, so let me formally introduce myself.
Okay.
My name is Ope Emmanuel, but my friends call me Story Chef. Now, why Story Chef? Story Chef simply means a storyteller, someone that cooks stories. I do documentaries, music videos, and commercials. And I'm also the chief operating officer of Crop Tech Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
Now, for the purpose of this class, and most of the people here are amateurs, let me use the word, and novice trying to come up. It's usually not easy trying to getting access to all these high gadgets. So really, you need to start from what you can afford at the moment. The best thing you need to do is to kickstart what you want to do or what you intend to do, even though you don't have that much resources. Because everybody starts from a place, just like me. I came from a place whereby I didn't really have that opportunity, having luxuries of equipment. So I had to use from the basic ones I had around me at that moment. So I could really relate to a lot of things and what I could say based on my experiences. Just get started with whatever you can get access to, maybe being your mobile phone or you have old system, even though it's not strong, just do it. Even though it takes you 4 days to render a video, just do it because you are learning. Yeah, it's still part of the learning process. So in simple videography, this meeting is going to end in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Just go ahead.
Simple videography, simple videography for beginners. If you don't have a camera, it takes stages. Yes, it's not like just one day you just wake up that you're going to buy a camera. It takes years. Once you're constantly doing something, you tend to improve in it. So it's not something that you just start now. You say, okay, except you come from a place where you already have your money and you have a lot of money to buy these gadgets because they're really, really expensive. Trust me. So simple videography. When I say simple videography, means something you could just do at ease.
let me use, for example, a mobile phone. If you're just starting, if you can't get access to a camera, you can start with a mobile phone, maybe having a good mobile phone that can give you good resolution. So mobile phones won't shoot on 4K now, but though you can't compare the 4K of a mobile phone and maybe the 1080p of a camera. Definitely, the camera is going to be sharper because there's a reason why all those lenses, all those mirrors are there in the camera. Simple videography with your mobile phone. You could shoot with your mobile phone. Just learn basics of how to shoot and lighting, just like what our teacher already said. Basics on how to shoot, maybe your lights, your camera, your mics. Just have those basic things first of all to start with. You could also edit some videos with your phone. Videos are not that too heavy, so you could also edit some of them with your phone. Yeah, softwares that you can use to do your cuttings and the rest. Like just for me, like when I started the whole thing, the whole movie making thing, I started with just a phone. I think I have somebody on here, Kara, Matthew Kara.
Okay, I can see him.
Kara, yeah. Okay, so Kara is my high school classmate. Funny enough, he's here. He joined the class.
Okay, you're welcome.
So he could. I don't know if he's here. Nancy, if you're here, can you unmute your mic? Yeah, bro. I'm here. Okay. So when we were in high school, I do use my mobile phone to make amazing videos. Like amazing videos.
Okay.
Like shot on phone, edited on phone. So creativity, it's a mindset. It's what your mind is able to come out with whatever you have. You can have high gadgets, but you might not even produce what somebody will use with mobile phone to produce.
Okay.
But then I'm not saying those equipment are not necessary. But what I'm saying is your mindset, what you have inside of you that comes out with whatever you're using. Whether being in your camera, being it your mobile phone, it's your mindset. So the best thing to do is to kickstart it, whatever you have, gradually you upgrade.
All right.
So for now, you start with whatever you have.
Okay. And also, can you enlighten us more on maybe for somebody who doesn't have enough budget to get lights and all these things? Can you also talk more on we using the ambient light, which is the natural light? How do we position our cameras, and where is the best site for us to use? Because I remember when I started all this, I never thought of considering the sun, the position of the sun when shooting my videos. I can just shoot even facing the sun with the camera.
Okay.
So, and I discovered that at the end, my video was not making sense. So can you throw more light on that?
Okay. So basically, there are different kinds of lighting. Let me just say natural and artificial lighting.
Okay.
And let me start with the natural lighting. Natural lighting probably means light from the sun or from your daylight.
Okay.
There are times that they call golden hour in while shooting. There are times that are called golden hours, whereby the where lights, the sunlight is not that too harsh and it's not overcasting.
Okay.
So you should watch out for those times whenever you want to shoot, because there will not be too much when there's too much light on your face, causes highlight that's overexposure.
Yeah.
So if you watch out for those times where the sun is not that too harsh, maybe around that kind 4, 5, or maybe 3, sometimes maybe, I don't know, but 3 is usually hot though. Maybe like 4 to 5. Those are like, or maybe in the morning, maybe like 9-ish, like that, when the sun is not that up yet, like that. Then, while shooting, Now you have to be very careful. If it's indoor, you can a bit control. You can shoot anytime. Maybe like if it's indoor, you can even shoot like one. But if you're shooting outdoor, if it's indoor and your house is exposed enough, whereby sunlight can come in and enough sunlight can hit your face, bounce on your face, for your camera to be clear. Because one lighting is very important in filming because it helps to bring out your subject out.
Okay.
It sharpens the view very well. Once you have light in your camera, even though you're not using a very good camera, once there's enough light, the subject is going to come out very well.
Okay.
Then try to whether it be natural lighting or artificial lighting, one shooting, try to avoid shooting against the light.
Okay.
Because when you shoot against the light, it's your image tends to get a bit dark because your exposure from the camera is going to be fighting against. It's just like flashing light on your face.
Yes.
When a light is being directly flashed on your face, you are not going to see very well. In fact, the camera eye is just like your normal eye. When there's too much light on your face, you can't get to see well. But when a light is being flashed at an object, you see the object clearer.
Okay, I think it's something like this.
You won't see much. Yes, exactly. Like something like what's on the board here.
Okay, meaning you should face the sun, while the camera should face you.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't back the sun.
Okay.
So then there's artificial lighting. I'm just dropping punches on all of them.
All right.
Then another system of lighting is artificial lighting, which is basically maybe
Story Chef, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, please let me cut you at this point because we teachers we don't have money, so the ones you are calling now may sound too expensive for us. Can you just talk on a low budget lighting because all this lighting you are talking about may be too expensive for us. Okay, so for a beginner, somebody who does not have anything, if you tell us about this now, we may run away. So please give us a low budget lighting.
Budget lighting is 2-point lighting, whereby light comes from your left and right, then the subject is at the middle. Or you can do a one stand lighting.
just see how I can use my phone to do an extent, at least, before going into big gadgets like laptop and extents.
Okay. No, actually, it's good for you to start small and then you grow.
Yeah. So
So I think the other one I don't know of is apps on your phone that you can use to record your screen. Okay, your phone naturally can do that.
Yes,
but
screen recorder.
Screen recorder. But will it also capture audio?
That's it. You won't get the audio part.
So it therefore means that you will have to record both ways. For the audio recording, I think I have another recorder that I also have been using. Is a Zoom H1. Zoom H1 recorder, because while in the college, this is the Zoom H1. You can also use it to record. While in the college, I discovered that the place was always noisy. So with this Zoom H1, you can actually reduce the sensitivity of the environment, such that the Zoom H1 does it in such a way that even if somebody is hitting your head, it will not capture the sound. So you can create that effect so that it only captures audios of a particular how do they call it, frequency. Okay, so it can also do that. So with your good audio system or mics, you can capture your audio, and then when you are editing, you synchronize both audio and video together and come out with a good production. So Story Chef, are you back with us? Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes, please, I'm back.
Okay, Story Chef, hold on. Mr. Martins, you are saying something.
This Zoom 8 device you just hold, it means, are you saying that as I'm recording with my phone, this screen recorder now, as I'm using screen recorder, I can just place this Zoom 8 stuff close by so that it's capturing the audio, sound.
Yes.
And after which I will synchronize both.
Yes.
Interesting.
And produce.
Oh, wow.
You can, if you don't have the Zoom H1, you can also use another phone to record your audio. So you can use it to record the audio while one is recording the video. Then at the end, you synchronize both of them together. You have to transfer them to a system. Yes, please. I also want to say something.
So there's also another app for that synchronization, right?
No, the app you are using to edit. It's just like you having two videos. If you're editing two videos, so you also place them on the, how they call it, on the timeline, and you can edit them. You can have 4 to 5 videos. You can edit 4 to 5 videos at the same time. If you have watched a football match, where when they are playing, you discover that they have so many cameras around. Yes. So what they do is that they have an audio, a video switch that can switch from one camera to the other. When the ball is in the middle and it is played to the goalpost, it is not that camera that catches the action at the middle that is also catching the action at the post, or concentrating on the coach who is outside the pitch. So you have so many cameras. All you need to do is you view them from your screen, and then you decide which of them should be projected at a particular time. Same thing goes when you are using your phones. Okay. For example, now as I'm talking, I may want to get the attention of the phone in front of me, or when I want the screen to be the focal point. So you can also do that using your using two phones when editing. You can use two or more, but when editing, you then decide on which of them should be the center of attraction and which should go behind. You can do that using your app while editing. So all these are done while editing. I don't know if that if you get that.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much.
Also, there's something I've observed. Story Chef, you have to confirm this for me and maybe advise me better. I discovered that if I'm using maybe a phone and a camera, I discovered that.
Sorry, please, can you come again? My network is glitching.
Okay. I said,
You said you want me?
I said, if I'm using two or three different gadgets to record, the quality of the video differs. If I'm using a phone, okay, in particular, there was there was an event I covered, and my battery ran down from the camera, so I had to use a phone to continue recording. At the end, while I was doing the editing, I discovered that of the phone, the quality of the clips gotten from the phone is different from that of the camera. What do you think is responsible for that? I think it's having network issue. And also,
using a high camera. Huh?
I'm
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but
Yes, so if you're using a high quality camera, like your phone camera,
yes,
high quality.
yes.
A lot of people won't notice it
Okay,
if the camera quality is high enough.
okay,
Yes, it's high enough. A lot of people won't notice because sometimes whenever I'm sitting or whenever we're going doing some things and maybe just at the last part, now your gadget is already, your battery is already exhausted. Sometimes you just use our phone to back it up because it's better to get it than not even getting it at all.
oh, okay,
You know.
okay, okay.
So it depends. Yes.
All right. So the quality of the phone matters. You just said that, right? Sorry, Chef. Okay, I think he's having network issues. Okay. So do we have any other question? If there are no questions, then we can adjourn the class till tomorrow. We have spent 1 hour 15 minutes into this class. I wish to thank each and every one of you for being a contributor into this class. You have made this class wonderful, and I think what we are doing is for the benefit of each and every one of us. I pray that at the end of this training, we will be able to get people that will be our future content creators with huge and with enough budgets, and they will be living the life they have dreamt of. So once again, thank you for being part of today's class. And before we go, let's take a question from Michael. Michael, you have a question, please.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Michael. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Sir, please, I would like to know what time.
Okay, the time for tomorrow's class?
Yes, sir.
Always 7 p.m.
Okay, sir.
7 p.m. You can do well to invite your friends who are also interested in content creation.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. And they can also give us ideas on what they know. So in tomorrow's class, we'll be looking at the platforms to do all of this, which includes Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. So if you have friends that knows much about Facebook monetization, Instagram monetization, YouTube, Twitter, and the rest, you can come with those knowledge to share with us, because our teachers really need this. They really need this to survive in this present economy. Okay, so thank you guys for today's class. See you in our next class. I'm not going to edit anything much. Maybe I'll only cut out the area where we went offline and see how we can just send it raw to the.
Sorry. I think. Okay. Sorry, I want to make an observation.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, I would suggest maybe we'll create a WhatsApp group so that we could add more people.
Okay, we have
individual responsibility.
Okay, we have the WhatsApp group already. I'll send you the link so that you can share with your friends to join, and as well as make their own contributions. I don't know if that will be okay by you. The WhatsApp group is already formed, and it is from there most people are joining this live now. Although we had a delay, 1 hour delay, so most people could not join us again. But I believe they also follow us on Facebook, because the replay of yesterday was also on Facebook. Is also on Facebook, and same will happen today. At the end of this class, I'll forward it to Facebook for them to also learn from. Okay, thank you, sirs, and see you tomorrow.
Right.
Do have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Martins.
Right.
You're welcome. Thank you, Nasiru. Thank you, Ima. Thank you, Michael.